So I took a little picture with one of my friends, musician, his ex, in the gym, and he gets blown out of proportion. Like, oh, what's he doing with her? But we were working on a shoot. But then what me and him spoke about, I said, it's the blogger's job to blog, it's the social media guys' job to make good social content, it's the internet guys' job to make clickbait. So people take how they want, but the punch that landed for me was a perfect punch from the gods. It just landed in the right place at the right time when I was two-gun trigger happy, and that's why I called it. I used the phrase a punch from the gods. So people can take how they want to take it. For him, it might have been something he had practiced on, but for me, it's something that I should have defended, so it got through what I'd worked on and what he'd worked on, and that's why I call it a punch from the gods. What were your experiences with Jack? It's the first time you get started out. You see you go with it's cool, so you punch a strong punch in the sense. We're gonna get it back, but it's just a kind of, we've got a slippery slope on there, really. You know, it's hard to get up a slope when it's just a slippery one, so it's a bit of a slippery slope. But yeah. What do you think about the people that say you quit because you spit out your mouth? So the mouthpiece comes out, you go to the corner, you know, I think the referee had already done his 10 count, so I'm in the corner now, and then they put the mouth guard in, or you rinse it and say you're ready to fight, I say yeah. So before my mouthpiece was even in my mouth, he called off the fight, so I'm like, looking at him, you don't even put my mouthpiece in, what do you want to do? Yeah, I'm ready to walk out without my mouthpiece. So me and him had a miscommunication, and I always said when I was winning, in the amateurs and in the pros, I always say my job is to fight. If you can listen to what I say, my job is to fight, the referee's job is to ref, and the judge's job is to judge. So yes, it's cool, so be it. And next time, it's not my duty to leave it down to the ref. I will go out there and do my business, take out their hand.
You are now rocking with the best. Your boy T-Dub was blazing the sports. Listen, man. Listen to me, man. I'm back here like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work, guys. Let me make sure YouTube is okay. Make sure it's running. Let me see. Almost there. Okay, this is a question. Question I need to ask. The question of the day is, did he quit Guy? But listen, we're going to touch on Anthony Joshua, but I also want to touch on Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is back. He is officially, as far as I know, he is officially on the undercard of Ruiz versus Joshua 2. And also, guys, Kovalev wants a rematch with Canelo the second go-round. Remember, guys, whatever your thoughts is, you can always comment below and let me know. But let's talk about it. As you see from the picture, this is the last knockdown of the fight. Joshua goes down. As you can see, his mouth guard is out of his mouth, nearly to the mat. Not quite yet. And he's watching it. And guys, the reason I asked this question, did he quit? Because it's a good question. every time Joshua is asked this question, he never directly answers it. For example, let me go back to the video. Hold on. All right, let me look it up for a second. And I want to go back to this video where Anthony Joshua, the guy asked Anthony Joshua about quitting. And he doesn't say, or even about quitting, about spitting his mouthpiece out. He doesn't say, I spit my mouthpiece out. He says something along the line that the mouthpiece is out. I go to the corner. He strategically skipped over that. Let me see if I can find it again. Hold on. Anthony Joshua. All right, punch. Type in something real quick. Here we go. See if I can find it. And what I'm looking for is when he's asked directly about the mouthpiece. Let me see. Hold on. Let's listen, guys. Let's listen.
We're gonna get it back, but it's just a kind of, we call it a slippery slope from there, really. You know, it's hard to get up a slope when it's just a slippery one, so it's a bit of a slippery slope. But, yeah. What do you think about the people that say you quit because you spit out?
Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this right here. Let me go back 2 seconds. This is basically asking them, what do you think about the people that say you quit about spitting your mouthpiece out? Watch how he skips over it. Watch how he skips over it. Hold on. Listen. And you ask yourself, while you're smashing the like button, hitting the notification bell, subscribing to the channel, did he quit? Yes or no? Listen.
The people that say you quit because you spit out your mouthpiece. So the mouthpiece comes out, you go to the corner.
Guy, listen. Right there. He doesn't say I spit the mouthpiece out. He says the mouthpiece comes out, I go to my corner. And this is a real question, guys, because the reason I'm bringing this up, because this to me is going to affect mental in the next fight. If the fight is stopped by the referee, if the fight is stopped by the corner, it's a different mindset. When a fighter stops himself, that's a different mindset. Let's listen to him skip over it.
Comes out, you go to the corner, you know, I think the referee had already done his 10 count, so I'm in the corner now, and then they put the mouth guard in, where you rinse it, and they say, you ready to fight? I say, yeah. So before my mouthpiece was even in my mouth, he called us to fight, so I'm like, looking at him, you only put my mouthpiece in, how am I going, what do you want me to do? Yeah, I'm ready to walk out without my mouthpiece in. So me and him had a miscommunication, and I always said when I was winning, in the amateurs and in the pros, I always say, my job is to fight. You can listen to what I say. My job is to fight.
All right, let's start right there. All right. What do you guys think so far, man? What do you guys think about? Did he quit? Did he not quit? That is the question. Corey Holmes in the building. Where was you fight night? I was looking for you. I was live, bro. Bro, I'm live. I'm always live. Hit the notification bell on the channel and you would get it live and direct to you, my friend. So, remember, guys, next week is the big fight. Next week is the rematch. The rematch between Joshua and Andy Ruiz. But, guys, listen. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about Kovalev asking for a rematch. A second showdown in May. Does he deserve it? Does he not? Either way, let's talk about it. Dillian Whyte, guys. Dillian, a.k.a. D-Ball White, is back in action. Listen, Dillian will return to the ring before that B sample turns up. That in itself is it's kind of crazy. So, Kovalev wants a rematch with Canelo. because of things he said that left a bad taste. I'm gonna put this down. Things he said left a bad taste in the mouth of people thinking that the fight might have been staged, thrown the fight, you know. So he wants to to prove it right. He wants to do a rematch with Kovalev in May. A matter of fact, let's start right there. We'll start with, we'll start with Canelo versus Kovalev, then maybe some Dillian Whyte, and then get back to while all of this is being cooked up, right? All of this we're about to put in this pot and make this big old beef stew or chicken stew or whatever it is. In the back of your mind, you got to be thinking: did he quit? Will it affect, if he did quit, mentally the next fight? Or will it be like the old song, we shall overcome? The alien in the building was cracking on me, but they tore Kovalev's ass up. Listen, man, we got to talk about that right now. As I do, I get up and I like, okay, let's see what's new in the boxing world, right? So I'm online, right? I'm looking for what's new. Kovalev is in an article, and Kovalev is saying, listen, how about he's calling out Canelo, I believe, on either Twitter or Instagram. How about we do a rematch in May? And listen, I don't know how well the first fight did, but by what Kovalev said, that, think about this. Kovalev said, if you thought I was going to win that fight, in so many words, you were dumb, you're ignorant, you're stupid. If you thought I was going to beat Canelo, you're dumb, in so many words. I took the fight for the money. Observing stuff in the building was blazing, homie. Let's get it cracking. Said, yeah, AJ quit. He wasn't there anymore mentally. Listen, bro. Oh, we're going to get back on that. We finna knock down this Kovalev. Touch on Dillian Whyte. And did he quit? That picture right there is Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, spit out the mouthpiece and he's watching it hit the canvas. He's watching it. But let me see. They want to fight for a belt. They don't mean anything. Let's get it cracking. Kovalev in the first fight against Canelo. Many people thought, man, this is not the same Kovalev. He's not putting power in his punches. He's not trying to take the fight from Canelo. It looks like Canelo was actually trying to fight and trying to beat Kovalev. It just did not look like Kovalev was trying to beat Canelo. And then, I believe the 11th round comes the hook around the guards, boom. And then I'm all shook up. And then he get hit with the right hand. That ends the fight. Leave Kovalev hanging over the ring. Dripping there, just dropped there, just like he's done. And then after the fight, he does an interview, I believe, in Russia. And it comes back translated that he said that, in so many words, if you thought I was going to win that fight, you're dumb. You're ignorant. You don't know boxing. If you thought I was going to win that fight, that I had a two-way go. If I won, I had a good outcome, and if I lost, I had a good outcome. Listen, that means he didn't even believe in himself. If we taking what he said true, if we're taking what Kovalev said true, that means he didn't believe in himself. And a lot of people say, listen, that's not the case. He's a sore loser. He make excuses for himself after fights. Maybe that's the case. But if he's telling me I'm dumb. Remember, guys, some of you guys don't know. When it comes to picking that fight, I picked Canelo to win. I picked Canelo. But I betted one of my homeboys. I said, listen, if you give me Deontay Wilder over Ortiz, then I give you Canelo over Kovalev. Even though I felt Canelo was going to win, because I felt that if it goes to a decision, there's no way, no chance that Kovalev is going to win a decision. So maybe that's what Kovalev thought. But if Kovalev thought he could not win a decision, wouldn't that mean that Kovalev would have to go out there, throw caution to the wind, let that shit blow like confetti, and sell out and try to get the knockout? But to be honest, from round one to the round he got stopped, Kovalev never sold out. And then after that, right, people talking about the fight was fixed, the fight was strong, Kovalev wasn't trying to win, he didn't put no power in his punches. And then he comes out and does an interview. And he says, I took the fight for the money, for the financial gain. If you thought I was going to win, so many words, you're ignorant. And now, guys, get this. Now, Kovalev is asking for a rematch with Canelo. Listen, hear me clear. And let me know, will you support it? Do you want to watch it? Do you want to see it? Do you want to see a rematch? After hearing what Kovalev said about the first fight, taking it for the money, why wouldn't the second fight be for the money? If you didn't believe in yourself the first time, why will we believe in you that you believe in yourself the second time? Or is it like that old song? Money, money, money. Canelo will whoop Andre Ward? Hell no. Listen, first of all, Andre Ward shouldn't take the fight because Andre Ward been out of the sport for a while now, and there's no way he should come right back and take on a fight with Canelo. But if both of them guys were in their prime, Andre Ward would beat Canelo, in my opinion. And in my opinion, Andre Ward would beat Canelo. Canelo is a good fighter. Canelo is definitely a top-tier fighter. I'm not taking nothing away from Canelo, even though he strategically puts advantages in fights that favor him. Rehydration clause, catch weights, blah, 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 short turnarounds. Things are in his favor. Now, Kovalev is saying this. He's saying, listen, the first fight, it was too fast of a turnaround. There's no way I could be ready. He wasn't recovered from the first fight with Anthony Yard. He had to turn right back around and jump right into another training camp to prepare for Canelo. But if they do a second fight and they put it off in May, Cinco de Mayo, he'll have time to properly train. But I'm going to go as far to say this. If they fought a second time, I think the views would be down, expectations would be low, and to be honestly, I think nobody would give a fuck. No one would care about this rematch. People don't believe it. Listen, Andre Ward said it before the first fight between Kovalev and Canelo, hopefully the only fight. He said, I don't believe in this Kovalev no more. I don't know what to expect. Now we saw you. Now we know what to expect. We know what to expect. Like when Luis Ortiz fought Deontay Wilder, we knew what to expect. A damn good boxer in Ortiz, a KO puncher in Deontay Wilder. We knew what to expect. First fight with you and Canelo, we didn't know. I had higher hopes. My hopes were here. Sad to say, it didn't quite measure up. Now, keep it moving. Dillian Whyte. He's back, guys. Dillian Whyte is back. He will be fighting December the 7th on Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua 2 on the undercard. He's back. He's back before his B sample is. How is that? How is a man in his last fight failed a drug test for Diana Ball, that dirty Diana. A sample came back dirty. B sample, listen, that B sample called in a train somewhere and is living a good life. His B sample is somewhere on a beach, sipping on a Corona with some shades on, under a palm tree to be never heard from or seen from again. But yet, Dillian Whyte is back in action. Taking on, what's his name? Is it like Bach? This is ridiculous. I'm being honest, man. This is it's not a good look for the sport that if your A sample is dirty and if your B sample never shows up, you can continue to fight. I think that's bad. It's very bad for the sport. It's a shame, but it's going to get looked over. Once Dillian Whyte finishes this fight, if he wins, if he loses, they're just going to move past it. And I think that's really bad. But back to the question at hand. Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. It's a major fight. Two guys. One's a champion, one's a has-been. One is riding a high. Andy Ruiz. Anthony Joshua has a lot to come from, guys. See, a lot of people, I think when they pick Anthony Joshua, they're going off of hope. They hope. And I'm telling you right now, when you're talking about a man in boxing, you hear it time and time again. If not, I'm going to tell you right now. The saying is, boxing is 80% mental, 20% physical. If a man beats you so bad, you spit out your gum shield, you turn your back, you don't face the referee, you walk to the corner, you look at Eddie Hearn, you turn around. At that moment, that's a broken man. Brenan Smith in the building was cracking, homie. Listen, man. Next week, people don't realize how big next week really is. Because this could be a great fall, man. And I'm going to say this, guys. Win or lose. If Anthony Joshua loses, I don't want him to retire. Take some time off, yes. Regroup, yes. The heavyweight division is not big enough that you can just start eliminate people. Oh, Joshua lost, get rid of him. Chisora lost, get rid of him. Fury lost, get rid of him. RT lost, get rid of him. So what, you want only one person in heavyweight and that's it? Oh, well, there's only one person left. Oh, well, go back to the welterweights. But even with that being said, man, in my belief, he quit. In my belief, he did all he could, but it wasn't good enough. I think Joshua was mentally broken that night. I think for the first time in his boxing career, as an amateur or as a pro, he was broken. It's like a wild horse that you've been trying to break for years that finally gives in and just lets you ride. No more fighting. No more resistance. I give in. No more. No more. And if you believe he quit, if you do believe he quit in the first time, and the second fight is literally right around the corner, could that mentally affect him? Could that mentally affect him? Now, as a fighter, champ boxing the building, whatsblazing, homie. As a fighter, you can recover. I'm not going to say you cannot recover. There's two things that happen. Either you are going to turn this shit around and build yourself forward tough, not the old forwards. Just in the sand, because I didn't know about the current forwards. Joshua can bounce back, but it's hard. It's very hard. It's not easy to bounce back mentally. It's easy to say, I'm back. Just like if your girl cheat on you with 5 different guys, get pregnant by the 4th guy, it's easy to say, I'm done with her. I'm done. I don't want to talk to her no more. I'm over her. You go home. That's all you think about. It's easier to say you're over something than actually be over something. And what Anthony Joshua went through against Andy Ruiz in that first night, that's like Friday the 13th. That fight between Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, that was Joshua Nightmares on Elm Street. That was it. That's the night when everything went wrong. Nothing went right. Nothing. You didn't feel right. You didn't look right. You didn't act right. You didn't take things right. Question. Is there any truth to that saying, once a quitter, always a quitter? Is there any truth to that? I can say this. I don't think it applied to everyone. I can say that. I don't think if you quit once, it means you're going to always quit everything. I can say that. But I can say this. It becomes easier. I'm not saying you can do it again, but it becomes easier to quit. Once you quit, like let's say you quit a football team, right? Next time you go to something tough on a football team, the thought comes in your head, man, I should fucking quit. I'm not saying you will, but it's easier to think like that. It's easier to do it. And he already quit. What's going to happen if round 1, Andy Ruiz come out there, slip the jab that Anthony Joshua been working on, hit him with that first donkey punch. Pow! Question, what goes to his head? The first time Joshua get hit with that overhand shot, what goes to his head? Does he think, I've been here before, I'm ready, I've been here before, I can do this? Or does he think, I've been here before, I didn't make it last time, fuck, what am I going to do? Okay, let me jab. Does he stay calm or does he panic? I think Ruiz will. He will in 9 or 10 by KO. No, I don't think so. Okay. Listen. I think Anthony Joshua will. I think he'll do a little bit better. I think he's going to do a little bit better this time because he's going to be more cautious. I think he's going to not try to rush in there. I wonder if he watched Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz. I wonder if he watched that fight. I bet you he's thinking like, God damn it, why would he said if Wilder loses, then I can say, see, everybody loses. I lost, Wilder lost. Everybody wants Wilder to lose so much, but it didn't happen. But I think this second fight is more mentally stressful for Anthony Joshua than the first fight. This is why I say this. Right? The first fight, he didn't know who he was facing. He was facing Andy. He was fighting on foreign soil, and he was fighting against somebody that he really didn't prep for, right? Two big things. Now, he's still fighting on foreign soil because people threw more money at him in Saudi Arabia. He's fighting against a guy that already beat him, already knocked him out. In my opinion, made him quit. He is fighting not to take back-to-back losses. If he wins, he gains some of that respect back. He's not looked at as Superman no more, like he can't lose. Listen, think about this, guys. Before this loss, people was already, I shit you not, they had Anthony Joshua ranked already amongst the all-time great heavyweights. He was already ranked amongst people that already put in their resume. He was already ranked. He didn't fight Fury. He didn't fight Ortiz. He didn't fight Wilder. He was already ranked in some people's eyes up there with those guys. if he loses again, Don Dada in the building. What's blazing, homie? Hello, pick the phone. Joking, what's blazing the sports? Bro, you can call in. Hey, listen, man, who is that? Zeus. Hey, you can call in too. If you are not in the United States and you want to call in, I give you a voice. It's up to you to use it. If you're not in the USA, Skype. Look me up. What's blazing? WHATSBLAZING. Call. Don't FaceTime me. Call. Put your word in. You want to work? Here we go. Smoke. Smoke. What up? It's your boy T. That was blazing the sports. Who's calling? What you want to talk about?
It's Don Dada, bro.
Don Dada in the building. What's going on?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Hey, I'm just glad that you give me an outlet, man, to be able to say thank you for doing all that you do, bro.
Man, shit, right on, bro. Thank you, man, for coming.
Hey, man. You know what I mean? I gotta support. Hey, but I had just heard that I don't know if you're interested or not, but that Bob Crawford about to open up a store. You know what I mean? I guess it's gonna be like a Bob Crawford type store, kind of like Bomb Squad's store.
No, I did not know that, man. Did not.
Yeah, I was just wondering how do you think that would do, and because he's going to have it stationed in Omaha, his hometown and all that.
You talking like a clothing store, or what would he be selling there?
Yeah, I think it's going to have all of that stuff, and then plus, and that's going to have something to do with I don't know if it's in the same building or not, but there's also a collaboration that he's doing with some company about CBD. So, man, you gotta have bud in the CBD business. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, but now, when you talking about the Fury and Wilder, I know that's always like the number one topic of
oh man, no, yeah. Oh man, I was talking about Kovalev asking for a rematch against Canelo. Dillian Whyte, yeah, yeah. Dillian Whyte, bro, yeah, I talked about that earlier, but we can still rap on it. Dillian Whyte is officially on the undercourt of this fight. So he's back in action, but his beast temple is still on the beach somewhere sipping Coronas.
How without the beast temple? I mean, somebody getting his check, right?
Bro, listen, I don't know, Don. I don't know, bro.
I mean, because now is Big Baby Miller, he ain't scheduled back or nothing like that, right?
I think he is still serving a suspension. He might be back like the first of the year.
First, right?
Yes.
But his happened first, right? Okay, man. See, that just goes. I don't know what to say about that, man. But now, the thing I wanted to say with Kovalev real quick, man, before I let you ask whatever. But when me and my friend, we were looking at the weigh-in, right? And this guy, he's an MMA guy, you know what I mean? So he's really about that. And when he, I was kind of describing to him Kovalev, saying, yeah, he's Russian and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, man, them Russians is tough. And they, you know what I mean? And then when he seen the weigh-in, he said, oh, man, that's a business decision, bro. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have that smirk or that growl on his face. You know what I mean? He had a smile on his face.
Yeah.
So, and Kovalev thinks that if he didn't sell his belt, that he probably believes that he can beat Canelo, right? But we don't want to see that.
No, bro.
But now, yes, sir, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What you got? What's your question?
No, I'm just going to ask you, man, what else you got, man? I just want to throw my opinion out there, man.
Listen, man.
Zeus, call in, Zeus. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I told you, I'm like, man, I don't know where he's from, but he can Skype in or call in. But here's my thoughts on that, man. First of all, when I watched that fight, I call fights live as well. And I'm like Kovalev throwing punches, but he ain't put no power in his punches. I was kind of like, questioning it as well. Then the knockout came and, he got hit, done a little bit dancing, got hit again. But to me, right, okay, we don't know what happened, blah, blah, blah. He goes to Russia and does an interview and tells the interviewer that I took the fight for the financial gain. Just like you said, for a business decision. I took the fight for the money. And in so many words, he said, if you thought I was going to win, you're stupid. If you thought I was going to win, you're stupid. So if a man is telling me that means he didn't even believe in himself he was going to win. That means, to me, it means he didn't even try to win. Because if you're telling me, if I thought he believed in you, that I'm stupid in so many words, then you said that you really didn't try. Now, if he would have said, I knew that I couldn't win a decision because Canelo was going to be favored, I knew he would get a decision. So, okay, I understand that. Which, other words, then I would ask the question, if you thought that, why the hell didn't you sell out? Why didn't you put muscle in your punches? Why would you go out there to box a 12-round fight knowing that you will lose a decision? You should go for the KO, but you never went for the KO. You were like pity pat toucher, And now Don Donna, he is asking for a rematch, right? So, like a lot of YouTubers that talk boxing, I'm online, right? I'm like, okay, what's happening now? And I open up an article. Kovalev is saying that he's getting at Canelo either on Instagram or Twitter, that he wants a rematch. He basically want to change the way people think because of what he put out there about the taking the fight for the money and people starting to say the fight fixed. He wants a rematch now in May. He said that he took the fight the first time. It was too soon. He wasn't recovered from the Anthony Yard fight. But now if he fights in May, that, he'll be better. Down, here's my...
One thing I want to say about that is that I believe that he's trying to save his legacy at this point because he knows he's not going to get another Kovalev fight. So he does not want to end on I sold my championship for X amount of dollars. So when people go to bring that up, he want to say, hey, I challenged him, but he didn't want no smoke. I think, you know what I mean. And I just want to say shout out to my man Frank White out there in the chat. Hey man, keep doing your thing, bro. I love it, man. I know that the only reason that you're doing it, bro, is for the love of the sport.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, bro.
Man, hey, I respect that 100%. I'm gonna let you get back to the show, man. I'll let you get it back on the ground, bro. I apologize. I just want to say thank you, man, and thanks, and I just want to say one more time, man, that I'm thankful for all you do, man. All of the different,
yes, sir.
Sites that keep us informed and keep us entertained, and that's the whole thing, man. Last thing I just want to say is this, man, is that when it comes to the voice of the people. You guys on YouTube, I'm gonna try to get with y'all next year, man. But I'm saying you guys on YouTube, man, put the sports channels to shame. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
24-hour content. I mean, I think in each day, man, there's probably well over 100 hours.
Yes.
Of boxing talk online. So I just want to thank you for your contribution and keep doing it, man, and keep showing them. Youngsters, when you training them and all that, man, the right
got it, yep.
In the wrong way, and man, God bless you, man, and thank you, bro.
Hey, Don Dollar, man, never call it. Hey, when you see this number up, bro, when you see my number, man, you can call in whenever, man. So even doing this, as long as I'm live today, if there's a different topic, different subject you want to touch on, bro, feel free to call in, man.
Oh, man, thank you, bro.
You got it, man. All right, guys, that is the one, the only Don Dollar in the building. Of course, guys, you know who I am. I'm T. Whatsblazing the sports. I'm back at it, like a crank at it, giving you boxing geek, girl. This work. Now, into the building. Frank West is in his thing. Let's go. He said, okay, duh, bring the mic closer to your phone. My bad, man. My bad. I'm sorry about that. Man, Kovalev was scared to throw big shots because he knew Canelo is a good counter puncher. Okay. Call in, bro. Who wins Jacobs versus Chavez? Man, listen, bro. Listen. I don't believe in Chavez Jr. The last time I gave Chavez Jr. a chance, right? Chavez Jr. was training his ass off to fight Canelo. To actually fight Canelo. That's who is training to fight Canelo. What the fuck is up with this? Okay, we back. So I'm like, okay, Chavez Jr. is in shape. Oh, hold up. We back at it. Yo, you laughed your boy T-Dub. Let's talk about it. All right, Zeus, let me go kill this real quick. All right, Zeus, let's rap, man. Let's get it cracking, homie. Talk the more direct in your phone so I can get your volume a little bit louder. I'm a little bit louder. All right, man, listen, bro. We talking about Joshua versus Ruiz. We talking about Kovalev calling out Canelo for his second fight. We talking about Dillian Whyte about to be back in action before his B sample is back in action.
All right, my question to you is, do you really think Ruiz is that good? And that was a shot from the gods.
Was that a
shot from the gods?
No. Andy Ruiz is that good. He's a good counterpuncher. He has tremendous speed. He might be a fat boy that's built like some roll-up, stuffed-up socks. But that guy, listen, he hit Anthony Joshua like an 8 or 12 punch combination and backed him from the center of the ring all the way to the corner, throwing shots. And the reason I say he's that good because he was throwing hooks. Anthony Joshua started covering up the hooks by putting earmuffs on, putting his hands to his ears. Then the moment he done it, Andy Ruiz changed the direction of his shots and started shooting the shots directly down the middle in a smooth transition. Listen, man. It was not a shot sent from the gods. It was a perfectly timed shot by Andy Ruiz. Andy was in there rolling shots, countering shots, throwing hooks, and shit, he hit his target.
Me personally, I think it was a lucky shot because when Joe had got dropped around 3, he was dominating for the first 5 round and 3 round, but then he got greedy and tried to do the same combination that got Ruiz. And then Rusty was going and caught him on an equilibrium, and then that just shift the whole fight in his favor.
All right, when you talk about boxing, there is rarely a lucky shot. A lucky shot would be if you close your eyes, you getting your ass beat, and you just swing. Like, you just close your eyes and you swing, and you're not intended to hit a particular spot. You just look up and hit something, and that will happen. In this particular case, right, Anthony Joshua hit this man with a killer combination. He hit him with a right uppercut and a left hook that dropped Andy Ruiz. But here's the thing. When he dropped Andy Ruiz, Andy wasn't hurt. Andy didn't fall on his back. Andy was looking right up at Anthony Joshua and more shocked that he got knocked down than anything. He stood up on sturdy legs. He didn't have trouble making a count to 8. He's still like, yeah, I'm good. He felt probably more embarrassed than actually hurt. Then think about this. Anthony Joshua followed up. He jab. Then he threw a nice 1-2. Bow. That landed flush on Andy. Andy took it well. The thing that people are not getting from Andy Ruiz is Andy Ruiz not only hurt Anthony Joshua, but he took Anthony Joshua's best shot without actually being phased. Think about it. He just dropped Andy and then hit Andy with a 2-piece that if Wilder would do that same 2-piece, somebody would be saying rest in peace. And Joshua was in close, throwing left hooks and uppercuts. Andy was focused, looking, ducking. First time he ducked the left hook, came back up with his own left hook, and hit Anthony Joshua. That got the party started. Then Anthony Joshua came back with another shot. Andy Ruiz ducked again and came back with an overhand right. That's what dropped Anthony Joshua. There was no luck into that. When a man is looking at his target, rolling shots, and counterpunching, bro, that's brilliant. Did he quit? Did Anthony Joshua quit? Did he quit or did he not quit? That's the question. Did Anthony Joshua quit? Hey, do you got me playing in the background? I kind of hear an echo. Or do you got me on speakerphone? Okay. Did Anthony Joshua quit or did he not quit? Look at the picture. Can you still see me on your screen?
I think because he already got dropped. How many times he get dropped?
That was his fourth time.
Yeah, I think he was afraid to go back in there because he just lost all hope. So
he quit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, me personally, yeah. But I think if it wasn't for that shot to the equilibrium, he probably would have knocked him out. Like he already had him. Like after Ruiz got up, you could see like he hit him with a nice right hand. Then he tried to uppercut and hook again, and Ruiz weaved it, and then caught him right on the equilibrium.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When Joshua caught him with that 1-2, he didn't hurt Andy. Like, remember, even when he dropped Andy, Andy wasn't hurt. And then when Andy got up seconds later, Joshua hit this man with a fucking straight 1-2. Think about it. Every time we see Wilder throw a 1-2, somebody is not waking up quick. They're not moving the same anymore. They're like a battery that went from being 100% full to you better put this bitch on a charger. It's about to die on you right now. Joshua hit this man when most people would have still been buzzed with a nice hard 1-2. Andy took it. See, that's how you know. See, Andy is not getting enough credit for not only taking Joshua's best shots, but in the middle of a fire, still watching where punches come, weaving punches, ducking punches, and counter-punching the person who just had you in trouble and put him in trouble.
All right, who you got for the rematch?
If it goes to a decision, Joshua wins. There's no way they're going to let Andy win the decision. There's no way. I think if it was all fair and everything was equal, I think it'd be a very good, close fight with Andy Ruiz should be able to pull out the victory because he's a different breed of a heavyweight. Joshua is not used to facing heavyweights that throw multiple combinations. Joshua said this. He has trouble fighting shorter fighters. Who? Parker didn't fight with a killer instincts. Parker don't know how to turn it up. Even when Parker dropped Dillian Whyte, Parker don't fight with a killer instinct, man. Like, he's not an Andy. Andy goes for the kill. When Andy's like a short, if you fucking bleed and that shit, it's like finding Nemo when Dora got the little cut and he smells blood. When Andy smells blood, he goes for it. Parker doesn't, man. I don't know what it is. Parker can fight, but he's not a killer. He's not a killer. He's like, I don't know, man. He's not a killer. But Andy Ruiz, see this. Remember, Joshua had trouble with Parker. Joshua had trouble with Povetkin. These are all shorter, smaller fighters, which Joshua already admitted. Joshua says, I have trouble with shorter fighters. Now he's facing a shorter fighter who arguably should be undefeated because most people thought he beat Parker. Which means he should have no loss.
I had that fight Ruiz Parker. I had that fight a draw.
Okay, so you had it where it's a draw. It could go either way. And Parker moves more than Anthony. Anthony Joshua doesn't move well. He can fight shorter fighters well. And Andy Ruiz fights taller fighters good. See, that's what the reason I got to favor Andy Ruiz in this fight, if it's fair. Because in all honesty, it's not going to be fair if it goes to decision. But if it is fair, I got to favor the man who is used to fighting taller fighters and successful at fighting taller fighters, which is Andy Ruiz. Joshua, yes, he fought shorter fighters, but admitted he had difficulty fighting shorter fighters and was exposed when he fought a guy like Andy Ruiz. See, Andy not only throw a lot of punches, he stands in the trenches. He stands in it to give you the heat. Now, if this fight would have took place over in the UK, the referee would have kept stepping in and would not have allowed Andy to work inside. But since this fight was in the USA, that's why Andy was able to stay in there and put Anthony Joshua in harm's way.
But that's the thing, though. Like, I think that's, like, we seen, like, in the first fight, Joshua had dropped. But I think this fight is going to be different because now it's
You're kind of fading out a little bit, man. Say that again.
I said, I think, because the first fight, Joshua dropped Ruiz on, and remind you, he took that fight on short notice, but now he got more time to prepare, and he's coming skinnier. So maybe, because before he was preparing for this big monster, Big Baby Miller, and he's a really big dude, but if he would have knew he was fighting Ruiz, that maybe was the plan to come in lighter, so he could be much faster.
I agree. I think Joshua's going to do better. It's like I said. Remember, I think it should be a good fight. It should be a good fight, but I favor Andy's style over Anthony Joshua's style. Anthony Joshua has been buzzed a few times in a few fights by a few fighters. He's been buzzed. And I just can't see how much more of an improvement he can make that would stop Andy from doing what Andy's going to do. I'm not sure how he's going to stop the overhands. I'm not sure how he's going to stop Andy from coming inside. Anthony Joshua does not have fast footwork. Anthony Joshua is like a throwback heavyweight. There's not a lot of movement there. Sometimes he used to have a tight defense, not in that fight. And I don't know, man. I just don't see it. It's hard to see it. It's hard for me to see Joshua winning fairly.
Joshua's best bet is to get in and get out.
He's not, but when has he ever got in and got out? See, now you ask him to do something he hasn't done before. When has he ever shown the legs to get in and get out?
His best bet is to throw combinations off the jab.
But when have you seen him throw combinations off the jab?
I barely seen him do that, but he did do it in a release in his fight with release. Mind you, like I said, when after he knocked him down, when he put that 1-2 and caught him.
Uh-huh. All right, but here's the question though: when he throws combinations,
and his fight with Brazil, he threw combinations off the jab.
Let's say this: when he throws combinations, is that better for him or put him more at risk to get counterpunched by a counterpuncher?
It all depends how clean the punches are, though. If they're gonna stun Ruiz or not.
I mean, but you gotta remember, Andy was slipping about 60% or 70% of that shit. Andy, remember, anytime Joshua threw, Andy was counterpunching. When Joshua threw a jab, Andy was coming over here right. When Joshua threw a right, Andy was slipping the right, coming with a left hook. Andy Ruiz was almost doing what Ortiz was trying to do to Wilder. He was counterpunching effectively. Andy Ruiz is a faster fighter and had proven he can hurt his man and his man can't hurt him. Even though Andy went down, he was never hurt. Joshua was.
I ain't gonna lie, or at least put fear in him until he went that shot.
But Andy didn't back up. Think about this. When Andy got up, Andy didn't back up. He stood there in the fight. He got hit with another 1-2 after just getting knocked down. And after getting hit with that 1-2, what did he do? Still watching punches come at him. Slipping punches, rolling punches. Bam! Slipping punches, rolling punches. Down goes Joshua.
Because Joshua made a stupid decision by trying to do the same combination again.
And what makes you think he's going to be smarter this time?
You said what?
What makes you think he's going to be smarter this time?
I mean, that's people learn from their mistakes. Now he knows not to.
Remember, everybody doesn't listen. Everybody is not a Floyd. See, Floyd Mayweather can go out there and make self-adjustments. Terence Crawford can probably go out there and make self-adjustments. A lot of people cannot. A lot of fighters need their corner to really direct them. They go out there, they fight, and they come back and they gotta. Okay, what do I do? Like that's a lot of fighters. That's what I mean.
Joshua we talking about. He got one of the highest IQs in the heavyweight division.
How? What has he shown to make you think he has the highest IQ? Like, what adaptability? What significant adjustments have he made?
Literally in all his fights, he picks his opponents apart. Like, look, a prime example with his fight with Brazil. I think that fight went to the 9th round, 8th round. What's that? What round did that go to?
I think it may be round 7. It may be round 7.
Round 7, he was picking him apart the whole fight. He knew like what's the word I'm looking for?
Now we are talking about that. We talking about the same Brazil, the slowest molasses Brazil, the no defense, standing up tall, trying to look over the crowd Brazil, the one that just got knocked out in the first round by Deontay Wilder by having his head up in the sky. We talking about that same Brazil, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Keep going.
But still, look how he fought Parker. Like how I wouldn't say elusive, but how he was evading and using the entire ring to fight Parker.
I don't think he made adjustment. I think Joshua just did what he did and won. I don't think Joshua made adjustment. I don't think Joshua was going out there using the jab, saw Parker was having an effect, decided to make a change up. See, Floyd make change up.
He got one of the best resumes in the heavyweight division now.
Parker?
No, Joshua.
Joshua because he fought Parker. Who was he fight? Povetkin? Who was he fought?
He has the best resume. Better than Wilder, better and Wade and Ruiz.
Here's what it proves. If you feel he has the best resume by beating Dillian Whyte, Parker, who had a chance to win but didn't go for it. And the first time, think about this, the first time he actually fought somebody that wanted to actually win, he lost. The first time he fought somebody that actually wanted to fight back, he lost. Let me ask you a question, right? You say you got a better resume than Deontay Wilder. Has any of the guys that fought Anthony Joshua, outside of the one that was used as a pawn, has any of them guys wanted to fight Deontay Wilder and get that belt? Did Parker want that belt? No. Right. The only one that ever said anything was Dillian Whyte, and he was used as a fucking pawn because everybody wanted to see Wilder versus Joshua. So Eddie Hearn threw Dillian Whyte out there like a lapdog. Go do some distractions because they didn't want to fight him right then and there. The guy, and then people give him credit for fighting Charles Martin. Did Charles Martin want to fight Deontay Wilder?
You said what?
Did Charles Martin, who Anthony Joshua first got his title for him, did he want to fight Deontay Wilder?
No.
Do you believe that Charles Martin would have beat Deontay? All right, let me ask you a question. The people that Joshua fought, do you believe any of them guys would have beat Deontay Wilder?
Who the people that Joshua fought?
Yeah. Do you believe any of them guys would have beat Deontay Wilder? And who?
I ain't gonna lie, I think Klitschko probably would have gave Wilder a run for his money. Klitschko and Parker.
Bro, oh my God. So you said oh my God. Bro, oh my. Listen, man. Now I know you're just a fan of Joshua, bro. Listen, there's no way none of them will survive, bro. Parker don't got the chin for that. Parker don't even punch. Parker don't got power. You telling me Parker doesn't even have power? Not like the guy that Parker beat. Parker doesn't have power. His last. Okay, what happened to who did he fight last? Who did Parker fight last that he was struggling with? Damn, I can't think of this guy.
No, wait, hold. I take that back. Klitschko and Dillian Whyte. Now, I'm not saying I think Dillian Whyte would beat Wilder, but I'm saying he would give him
No. Here's the question. All right. Outside of Deontay Wilder, has anybody buzzed? Has anybody rocked Ortiz before?
Has anybody rocked Ortiz before?
Yes. Anybody outside of Deontay Wilder, has anybody beat or put Ortiz in trouble?
See, I haven't seen Ortiz.
No. I answered that. The question is no. The answer is no. Now, Dillian Whyte. Has Dillian Whyte been dropped, been in trouble by lesser fighters or lesser punching power heavyweights than Deontay Wilder?
You said what?
Has Dillian Whyte, has he been hurt? Has he been dropped by lesser people that have less power than Deontay Wilder?
Did he get KO'd by
Joshua? So what I'm proving to you is Dillian Whyte. Listen, I want that fight. I want that fight because I want Dillian Whyte to wear a rest in peace shirt. Dillian Whyte got dropped by.
It's questionable though.
Questionable how? He took the shot. How is it questionable?
He the same person that got stunned by Phil Tyson Fury, and he got stunned by Ortiz.
Did he drop, or did he keep fighting? Did he drop? I think. All right, hear me out. Hey, hold on. Hear me out. When he fought Ortiz and got stunned in that 7th round, what was the outcome of that fight? He knocked out Ortiz. When you say he got buzzed against Tyson Fury, one, somebody got buzzed and I got knocked down. Did he come back and drop Tyson Fury? Was Tyson Fury actually knocked out in the 12th round? Was Tyson Fury actually knocked out in the 12th round? Yes or no? Yes or no? So all right. So if you saying that Deontay Wilder chin is suspect, what the hell are you saying about Joshua's? Because he got knocked out and he's been hurt several times. What are you saying about Dillian Whyte? Hold on. What are you saying about Dillian Whyte? Because he got dropped. Listen. Dillian, you talking about Deontay Wilder chin is suspect. Dillian Whyte gets dropped like an ex-girlfriend. He gets dropped. Dillian Whyte got laid out like Stavern did by Anthony Joshua. Dillian Whyte in his last fight, what he tested for D-ball, what he has him. Hold on. Let me finish this rapping real quick. I'm gonna give you about 2 seconds. Dillian Whyte, who tested for D-ball in the last fight, steroids, who came in there with untested gloves on that nobody got a chance to test and fought his opponent. Got his ass dropped. Dillian Whyte gets hurt, and you telling me that Dillian Whyte, without D-ball, would be able to take the punching power of Deontay Wilder, and he couldn't take the punching power of Oscar Rivas. Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Well, all right, but the question is though, who do you think wins out of Joshua and Wilder?
Bro, all right, hold on. Hey, my head said damn, I jumped off my head when you said that. Listen, Deontay Wilder hurts Joshua bad. Deontay Wilder would do Joshua like Dominic Brazil. Let me explain. Joshua is not fast. Joshua don't have fast footwork. Joshua can be robotic. Joshua had bad responsibilities with his jab. What I mean is, when he throw his jab out there, he don't bring it back to his chin. If you don't bring your jab back to your chin against a man who has a right hand that will lay you out, you're dead. There's no way. Listen, there is no way that in most people's mind that Joshua can beat fucking Deontay Wilder. Joshua.
I think the only way Joshua will be able to beat Wilder is by decision.
How? How is he gonna go decision? He can't take the power. Joshua does not box as good as Ortiz, and Ortiz's best decision was taking Wilder to 12 rounds.
Joshua will pick apart Ortiz.
No. Ortiz would fuck up Joshua like Andy Ruiz fucked him up. Ortiz would fuck up Joshua like Andy fucked him up. Listen, that Ortiz that fought Deontay Wilder was fucking fast, explosive, and crafty. He went to the body. Listen, Andy, for the most part, didn't go to the body a lot. Andy did a lot of just countering, going to the head. Ortiz is a southpaw. That left hand will lend a lot more flush, and he know how to use angles. See, when you're a southpaw, southpaws has an advantage over orthodox fighter because southpaws fight orthodox on a more regular basis than orthodox fight southpaw fighters. Ortiz will come in there with an advantage, a speed advantage, an IQ advantage, and just overall, most people will not argue that Ortiz and Tyson Fury are the best pure heavyweight boxers there is now. Joshua was known for, yes, he can box, but he was known for having the power and knocking out people, not because he was the better boxer.
I think Joshua. I think Joshua. I'm not crafty, but it's just Deontay Wilder's not there with his ball skill away. I think he has good timing, precision, but I think Joshua's too much of a skilled boxer and might end up catching him in the early rounds.
Look, man. Look. Let's break this down. I know right now you don't realize it, but you're in quicksand, but I got you, bro. Let me help you out. Listen. Is Deontay Wilder, does he say he's the best boxer? Or does he say he's a knockout artist? He's a knockout artist, right. But now would you say this? Who would you say have more power? Joshua or Deontay Wilder?
I think his right hand.
You're breaking up, man. You say that again?
I said Deontay Wilder's right hand has more power than Joshua's hand, but other than that, that's it.
But let me ask you a question. How many hands do they fight with? One or two? When they are fighting, how many hands do they fight with? One or two?
Two.
So they fight with two. So
has harder hooks and a better jab than Wilder.
Josh, listen. Oh my gosh. Do you not realize people were saying that his jab was so bad against Andy, which is one of the reasons why he lost, and now you're going to say his jab is better than Deontay Wilder's when Tyson Fury would tell you that the guy has a fast, laser, hard jab? Come on, man. Please, bro.
So you're telling me Wilder has a better jab than Joshua?
Yes.
And a harder hook?
But I don't know about the hook, but I know he has a better jab and a straight right hand and more athletic ability. Listen, is Deontay Wilder technically sound, the best heavyweight in the world? No, but Deontay Wilder has natural athletic ability. He has natural speed, and he has God-gifted power that will level small planets. Joshua doesn't have that. He's faster than Anthony Joshua. He has better footwork than Anthony Joshua. He's more athletic than Anthony Joshua. And he has a right hand that will make Anthony Joshua the next star in a movie called The Headless Horseman. All right, let me ask you a question. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Does Joshua move his head?
Yeah, if Joshua
he does. No. We talking about what he got, because right now, when you're a pro and you fighting this long, you're not finna just reinvent the wheel. You are what you are. When you're a pro, you are what you are. You're not gonna wake up one day stiff as a fucking ox, and the next day you wake up like, put some oil on and you slippery and shit. As of right now, does Joshua have good side to side slippery head movement? I'm asking you. In your opinion, from watching Joshua, does he have fast head movement?
It's okay. I say it's okay.
Does Joshua have good fast feet to get in and out and around?
No.
So then, how in the hell is he going to get his head out the way of a right hand that he never see coming into a hit him?
I mean, true, but then, like I said again, how he fought Parker, he could use the ring his advantage.
All right. Here's a big difference, right? One, Parker didn't have the fucking heart to fight back. Two, Deontay Wilder's no Parker. Parker is shorter. Wilder is taller than Joshua. Joshua's 6'6". But hear me out. Joshua is 6'6". Wilder is 6'7". Wilder has a faster jab, a snappier jab that would catch Joshua. Joshua has trouble to even fight somebody like Andy Ruiz landing punches. That right hand is going to come so fucking fast right down the pipe that honestly, if Joshua fought Deontay Wilder, he gets knocked out in the first round bad, real bad. Michael Jackson bad, beat it bad. It's going to be fucking horrible, bro. That's just not his shit, bro. In a perfect world where Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder did not exist, and Tyson Fury, then maybe he'd be undisputed. But in this world where there is a Tyson Fury, they have a move and box Joshua is easy, where there is an Andy Ruiz, that's his fucking nightmare, that he admitted after fighting those guys you say he fought. I have difficult fighting them guys, and he fought a shorter guy that was not just a shorter guy, but a heavier guy at 268 pounds compared to Joshua, who was 246 pounds and threw punches like a light heavyweight or a middleweight. There's not heavyweights that throw 8-punch combinations.
Do you think Wilder does good under pressure when someone's walking him down?
Bro, Ortiz was trying to walk him down. Ortiz was the one coming forward. Yes.
Ortiz was counterpunching.
Listen. Ortiz was not just counterpunching. Ortiz was coming in, using the jab to the. Hold on. No. Let me answer this question for you. Ortiz was putting on the pressure. Deontay Wilder made calm. Deontay Wilder set a fucking trap for him. When Ortiz is coming forward, using the jab on the left hand to the body, using the jab on the overhand left, throwing the right hooks while he was doing all of that and having success, Wilder stayed calm. Didn't let that right hand go. Stayed calm. He invited his opponent, or should I say his game. Because at that time, he was just game. He was like a deer that was being attracted by the sound and sitting with another deer. He got Ortiz to be fucking comfortable. In the 7th round, when Ortiz smiled a little bit too much, thinking he had Wilder figured out, he fell into a trap. Just when he thought he was on steady ground, it was nothing but leaves with a hold under it. Wilder used his jab, the one we was talking about, threw 2 or 3 jabs to pivot off the ropes, to put him center with the ring behind him, threw a feinted jab at Ortiz to get him reacted, and threw a right hand that Ortiz is still trying to figure out what the fuck happened to this day.
Sure, I mean, you got to come here. But still, though, on the real, though, like I said, though, if they were to fight, I got Joshua on points.
I mean, listen, bro, I can't change your opinion. Listen, I'm being honest. I hope they fight. And I hope you come into the chat, because I encourage people to have a different opinion. I don't mind. That's why I leave the lines open for you to call in. And if that fight happens, I mean,
first off, you got to make it past Fury first, and I don't think he's going to beat Fury.
The only man that is, in my opinion, that is capable of escaping with a win against Wilder is Fury. But I'm being honest. I don't.
Fury fights a lot like Ali.
But here's the thing: when Wilder fought him the first time, the pressure got to Wilder. When I say pressure, I'm not talking about Fury. I think the pressure of being on pay-per-view for the first time, the pressure of I gotta go out there and get a knockout, because you know what he did? He forced it. He went out there, and Wilder is typically not wild until you're hurt. Before you're hurt, it's jabs, right hand, maybe some hooks here and there. But in that fight against Fury, he can't. You got me on speakerphone, G? I got an echo. All right. In the fight against Fury in the first fight, Wilder came out swinging wild early on, way more than normal. You can tell that he did not naturally let it come. He was not trying to set the knockout. He was going for the knockout. And now, honestly, in the thing that Fury did was he just made him miss. And a lot of times, because he made Wilder miss, people gave him that round. It wasn't that Fury was just beating up on Deontay Wilder. They gave him the round because he was making Wilder miss, because Wilder was just throwing a lot of wild punches. And then when Deontay Wilder did land some shots on him, Fury went down.
I think that the reason Fury wins is because of his feints. Like, his feints was giving Deontay Wilder problems that whole night.
And they still, listen, the thing is, they still will. Fury and Deontay Wilder will always be a good fight. The feints, this is not going to be an easy fight. This fight is going to be similar but different in the Ortiz fight. But the thing is, he's facing a more patient Wilder that is not looking for the KO, that is going to set traps himself. And the fact is that if Wilder touches Fury, he's going down. Remember, Wilder did not just drop this man in the 12th round, which shows you that you're never safe in that fucking fight. See, Wilder is not like the old Mike Tyson that if you get past 4 rounds, you can beat Mike Tyson. Wilder carries dangerous power every second of the fight. You're never safe.
Fury got knocked down twice and got right back up.
I admit that the gods, listen, to me, if there wasn't a punch from the gods, but I got to say this, there was a prayer answered that night for Fury. Fury was out. Fury said that he doesn't even remember getting hit. He doesn't remember getting knocked down. The only thing Fury remembers is waking up. Fury said he woke up because the ref was over him saying 5, 6. He woke up, bro. And
But still, that's how you know Fury's gonna win. Because how you get knocked down, get up, and still win the round.
Listen, bro. No, he didn't win that round, bro. He lost, bro. What you got, bro? You don't get knocked down and get him win a round.
Which knockout we talking about? The first one or the second one?
You talking about the 12th round where he got knocked out and woke up? Or are you talking about the 5th round?
The first knockout.
He didn't win that round either, bro. What you mean? Listen.
He did win that round.
Oh, all right. Listen, bro. Man, listen. How long?
That round was a draw.
Listen. How long have you been a Wilder hater, man?
You said what?
How long have you been a Wilder hater?
I'm not a Wilder hater.
All right.
I'm not a Wilder fan either. I just love the sport of boxing.
If you love the sport of boxing, then how could you not love Deontay Wilder, who gives you what you want in the sport of boxing? Wilder gives you what you want. He's not perfect, right? People gave Floyd Mayweather shit. Why? He was so technical and didn't go for the knockout. They hated Floyd. So now Deontay Wilder gives you the opposite. I'm not as technical, but I knock out everybody I fucking face. Everyone. And every time I fight, you doubt me. Every time I fight, you doubt me. You're always saying somebody can beat me. Dillian Whyte can beat me. Joshua can beat me. Fury can beat me. Where's my support? Everybody support their fighters. Where's my support? And the written thing is, I don't know why people don't like this man. I don't get it. Like, to me, he is the Batman of boxing. He's the Dark Knight, but he still rises.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, Wilder, that only thing good about him is that right hand. That's it. Like, he's going to come across a fighter, and I think that fighter will be Fury. That's going to neutralize that right hand, and then it's going to be a short night for him.
Bro, all right, listen, man. When you're talking about fighting, there's 2 hands that are involved. If Deontay Wilder is swinging his right hand, there's no way for 36 minutes. It's like you said, you have to be perfect for 12 rounds. He only has to be perfect for a second. And, bro, I don't know anyone that can make a person miss. Floyd Mayweather was as great as his defense was. Didn't make nobody miss every fucking punch for 36 minutes. A Sweet Pea, as good as he was. The Drunken Master, as good as they was, they didn't make nobody miss every punch. Listen, bro, Wilder has, what was it? What is it now? Is it 43 wins, 42 knockouts now? Something like that? Is it? Yeah, is it 43? Is it at 42 wins, 41 knockouts? Okay. And bro, listen, Tyson Fury said it himself. And if you think this not going to be in his mind when they do this rematch, Tyson Fury said this: I see now why Joshua didn't want to no part of him. He said that Deontay Wilder is the most furious puncher in boxing history. This is the man that got to fight him in a rematch. This is the same man that pulled out of the second fight and fought two fucking yuppies. The rematch was already supposed to happen. The man that you think about this, the man that you're backing, I'm telling you right now, has some mental thoughts that's still in his mind about that fucking power. He pulled out of the rematch and fought a motherfucker named Tom Schwartz. Right. Tom Schwartz, the Last Jedi, and Otto Wallen, the guy that works at the mobile that do your oil change 2 for $5. He fought these guys. He doing WWE. He's talking about doing MMA. He's talking about everything but what's actually in front of him. Bro,
I think Wilder still has that same problem because in the first fight, he wanted it too bad. He was kept looking for that shot. He had no feints. He wasn't boxing. He didn't think of.
Did he learn from that? The question is, did he learn? In his fights after that, you telling me that he didn't learn? The fights after that, he didn't like take his time, set the punches up.
He still doesn't use feints. He still doesn't try to rack up on points.
He's not trying to rack up on points. He's not trying to outrun rounds. He's not trying to be Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford. He's trying to make you go unconscious. He's trying to make you feel like you drunk 3 Banes, a Red Bull, and a 5-hour energy, but still all of a sudden you're sleepy as fuck. That's what he's trying to do. He's not trying to, bro.
He's trying too hard to get those first round KOs.
No, he doesn't. How is he trying to get first round KOs when he KO Ortiz in the 7th? How is he trying to get first round KOs when he didn't even throw a right hand against Ortiz in the first round? Answer that.
In that fight, every other second,
please answer that, man. He did not let that right hand go to the 7th round. If he's trying to get first round knockouts, why didn't he go for it against Ortiz in the first round?
He was throwing it in the first round.
You telling me that even the people ringside were saying that Deontay Wilder was less active, that he was not throwing as many punches, and Ortiz was more active and throwing more punches, and you telling me that was a Wilder that was going for a first round knockout?
No. But still, the first round was more of a filling out process.
But you said he's trying to get, listen, then that contradicts what you said. You said he's trying to get too many first round knockouts, but now you're saying it's a fill out round. That just wipes away everything you said. All right, let's go to the next one. What else can we squash? We squashed that. What else can we squash?
Say what?
We just squashed that by you saying he's trying to get too many first round knockouts, but then you said it was a fill out round, which means you're not trying to get a first round knocked out. You just contradicted yourself and canceled out your own argument. What's your next argument? What's your next argument, man? What's your next argument? Let's work. What's your next argument?
But still, in that fight, he was throwing a lot of right hands that missed. It wasn't until in the 7th round where Ortiz got a little too cocky and Wilder was being.
Why did he get cocky? What
you mean?
Why did Ortiz get cocky? What makes a person get cocky?
I mean, he was letting his guard down.
I'll let you know. Ortiz got cocky. Ortiz got cocky because he gained confidence. Say that again.
Wilder said it himself in a post-fight interview.
What did he say?
He said that Ortiz opened himself up. He said it and he just went for the knockout blow.
No, bro, he set it up. Wilder did not let his hand go in the earlier rounds like that. Did he throw some punches? Yes. Was he trying to go for a knockout? No, he was not going for it. And the punch that actually knocked Ortiz out, he set him up. He didn't throw a 1-2. He threw a feint. The one thing you say he doesn't do, he threw. Remember, you say he don't throw feints. That jab he threw at RT thing. Hold on. Let me cancel you one of your other arguments. Hold on, but we're breaking that down. When he threw, we just canceling out every argument. You said that he doesn't throw feints. When he knocked out Ortiz, the left hand he threw didn't hit Ortiz. Why? Because he did not extend it. Why did he not extend it? When you don't extend a punch and you flick a punch, that's called a feint. He feinted the punch and got Ortiz to react, to open up and threw it the right hand. Bro, that's a setup. Set him up, close him out, close the curtains. The show's over.
Ortiz opened himself up.
But why did he open up? What opened him up? The feint opened him up, bro. The feint made Ortiz react. He feinted a jab and hit him on the right hand. The jab never landed. See, when Deontay Wilder hit Dominique Breazeale, he timed Dominique Breazeale perfectly. Why did he time him? Because when the referee first broke them up, but he set him up. He set him up because I'm gonna let you know. See, me, I don't know if you know a lot about me. I fought before. I still coach boxing now. When most people offer a break from a referee, most people are not expecting something hot to come. They're expecting to come up. Listen.
He's telling me the feint and set Breazeale up.
No. I'm finna tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference. I'm gonna break it down to you right now. Now, if you can receive it, that's up to you. Remember, I can be Tom Brady and throw you the perfect pass all I want. If you can't catch it, that's up to you. But I'm gonna still throw it to you. All right. So I'm showing you how Deontay Wilder thinks, how he learned, how he elevated, how he set shit up. Deontay Wilder, when he was fighting Dominique Breazeale, they was in a clinch. The referee came up and separated them. Most people off of a clinch normally take a couple of seconds, come back out, doing a normal jab to try to set up something else. He called Dominique Breazeale off of that break, and before he can really regain and get back to his normal boxing, Deontay Wilder threw a jab that actually cuffed Dominique Breazeale, turned that chin into a right hand that was followed to shut him down. So he hit him. He used a jab to actually set up the right hand. He moved his chin into place. Now, when he fought Ortiz this time, he didn't throw the jab to land. He threw the jab to open up his opponent to land a flush shot. And down he goes. And if we look at history, Deontay Wilder rematches are more devastating with knockouts than the original fight. Severn, Ortiz, and next, of course, Fury.
I saw in this fight against Breazeale dropped his left hand, and then I think he threw like a little right hook, and then followed up with that right hand.
Deontay Wilder threw the jab out, grabbed his chin, pulled it to where he wanted to. It's like set him in place and threw a right hand. Breazeale did drop it because Breazeale was about to come with a slow-ass counter left hook. But because Deontay Wilder is fast, came in quick, hit him with something hot that would burn any hands that would touch a hot stove, and hit Dominique Breazeale, he went down. He showed you that at any point of the time, you're not safe. Any point of the time, he's thinking. He's taking advantage. And I'm telling you right now, when he fights Tyson Fury, I'm not putting it past Fury and saying Fury that cannot fight because he can. But he's facing a man that is better, more relaxed, more poised, and still have the KO power that can level a small planet. Fury has to outbox Wilder.
Like I said before, there's gonna come a time in a fighter, and I think that fighter will be Tyson Fury, who's gonna neutralize that right hand.
Just like Fury neutralized his last opponent, right?
So what?
Just like Tyson Fury neutralized his last opponent, right? Yeah, Otto Wallin, who bust him up, cut him up. Otto Wallin that made Fury strap for his life. You telling me that Fury
will be more elusive by the time of the rematch.
Okay. Well, as we see, you are in denial. As every time we see that you are in denial. Every corner you turn, it got shut down. Everything you said got shut down. You're just in denial.
I'm not denying Deontay Wilder is that man, but I'm just saying compared to Theory and the likes of Joshua, I just don't think he beats them.
So you think, what makes you think Joshua? What can Joshua do to beat Wilder? We'll go down this rabbit hole. Listen, first of all, bro, Joshua have Andy problems. He might lose his second fucking fight. If it goes to decision, yeah, they'll give it to him. But he might lose this fight. And then this whole talk about Joshua beating Wilder, nobody won't even talk about that because Joshua has to sit down for about a year. But what makes you think Joshua, slow, robotic, standing tall, bear responsibility with his jab and don't bring it back? How is he going to beat Deontay Wilder? He doesn't bring his jab back, bro. He brings his jab low. Wilder fires a right hand that has true heat on it. What makes you think Joshua has the chin to stand up to that right hand? What makes you think Joshua, who has been hurt, can stand up to that right hand?
I think any slick boxer, not slick boxer, but I think any boxer with good technique poses a threat to Wilder.
All right, man. All right, there it is. Okay. Appreciate the call, man. We'll battle again, but I think you are I appreciate it, but I can't talk it to you, bro. Joshua don't move it. He doesn't move his head. He is not a slick boxer. He is known for being a power puncher. Most people used to brag on him about being a finisher. They didn't brag on him about how technically sound and slick he was. Joshua. They didn't brag on how slick Joshua was. They bragged on that Joshua was a. Listen. That's not Joshua. Joshua get his. Dillian Whyte would do a better job than Joshua. Dillian Whyte would do a better job than Joshua, and Dillian Whyte will go down too like the Titanic. Dillian Whyte would do a better job, and he would sink too.
Name one opponent besides these one that's as good or at least in the same level as Joshua that Wilder has fought. Besides Ortiz and Fury.
Bro, listen. One, you can't go out and say, excuse these guys. Listen, Deontay Wilder beat, arguably, outside of Wilder, the two best heavyweights. He fought the Fury, which a lot of people consider number one. He fought Ortiz, which a lot of people consider number three. Joshua fought Andy Ruiz, which was considered what? What was Andy Ruiz considered when Joshua fought him? Who was favored to? Was the fight even favored to be close when he got beat? You can't tell me about what Deontay Wilder faced and hasn't lost to what Joshua faced and lost to.
But see, I already knew coming up with his fight, the first fight with Joshua and Ruiz. I already knew Ruiz was going to pose a threat because I've been a fan of Ruiz since when he was on the Danny Garcia undercard against Derevchenko. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I got a question, man. How does Anthony Joshua beat Deontay Wilder? When the man said he lost, after this fucking fight with Andy Ruiz, he said he lost his passion. He wanted to talk to retired greats in boxing to try to help get his passion back. This is this man saying this. Him saying this. Then they was talking about retirement, right? Retirement, if we win or lose. This man saying this. You telling me a man that is having a mental battle with himself about his own passion for the sport is going to beat a man that is full of passion. Okay.
But I'm saying, like, Wilder, like I said, Wilder has never. The only reason Joshua needs to find his passion is because he lost. His first loss, like, he was supposed to be the Superman of the heavyweight division, and then he just got picked apart by this strategy.
Listen, bro. It was a matter of time for Joshua, bro. Eddie Hearn did a damn good job of strategically matchmaking. Wilder would have knocked out Charles Martin. And then, listen, you cannot tell me that the guy that Joshua beat, that Wilder couldn't beat them guys because Wilder would have beat him. As much as I've been talking to you, bro, it's just not making sense to you, which means it'll never make up to $1. But guys, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you a last. You want to do a shout out? You got a YouTube channel or anything? Go and let people know how they can follow you, brother.
No, I don't got a
Hey, man, I appreciate the sparring, man. Anytime you see me live in front of the camera and you see the number up, man, you agree or disagree, you can call in.
All right, have a good one.
You got it, bro. All right, guys. There it is, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But there it is. What's wrong with this? Why is this not playing? Why is this not playing? Jennifer A in the building. What is going? Jennifer A. Happy Thanksgiving. Frank West, what's going on? Fury fans, why didn't he take the immediate rematch? That's what I was saying, bro. Listen, I said, listen. I said, you believe in Fury so much that this Tyson Fury, after the fight, said that he see why Joshua didn't want to fight because he's the most fierce puncher in boxing history. He bagged out of the rematch to fight two bums that nobody never heard of. He's fighting a WWE match. He's talking about fighting an MMA fight. He's talking about every other fight but the man he has to fight. And this is a man that I'm supposed to believe that is mentally comfortable that he's going to beat Deontay Wilder. Okay. All right. Ethan Elliott in the building. What's blazing, homie? Ethan Elliott, how long this call been going on? Max Slam, Slam, what's cracking, homie? Ortiz is higher rated heavyweight than Andy Ruiz. Dillian Whyte is a bag of puss. No way he does it better than the top heavyweights. Lost one, I honestly don't think Wilder knows what he's doing in there. But I tell you one thing, if he doesn't know what he do, he does it very fucking effectively because he knocks out everybody he touches. Fuck, lost one. Fuck that cut. Fury would be able to school Wilder better this time around. Yeah, see you guys going on hope, man. Jennifer Ains in the building. Brittany Smith's in the building. Monday Solo's in the building. Listen, man. Here's the thing, is that I truly think there is a hatred or some people hate Wilder, some people just want to see him lose. For whatever reason, he just got that thing to where they don't like him. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way he talked. Maybe it's the way he looked. Maybe because he knocks out everybody. I don't know. But when I look at Anthony Joshua, who I do respect. I give Anthony Joshua shit, but I respect him. I respect Anthony Joshua because he can fight. I'm not saying he can't fight. But style make fights. Andy Ruiz style for Joshua is a difficult one. It's difficult. I think Joshua going to do better this second time around. But even by doing better, I think mentally he's going to be more cautious. Mentally, because of what happened. You can listen. You can say a punch sent from the gods. You can say anything you want to say. This man knocked you down 4 times. You spit out your own mouthpiece. You gave up. If you're telling me that quitting is not in your mind after you already quit, you just don't know anything. I don't get it. Hold on. If it's 42-0 or 41 knockouts and he doesn't know what he's doing, I hate to see him when he figures it out. Ethan Elliott. Exactly, bro. They said that Deontay Wilder don't know what he's doing when he's in there. In fact, I don't know if he knows what he's doing. If he doesn't know what he's doing, and he's knocking out 42 people with 41 knockouts, as in the words of my boy Ethan Elliott, I hate to see what he does when he figures it out. If he figures it out, he would be like a god in boxing. If you telling me he doesn't know what he's doing and nobody can stand a chance, no chance. They can't stand a chance right now. But if he knows what he's doing, they're done. If he figures it out, they're done. Listen, Joshua's a good fighter. I think Joshua would do good against Dillian Whyte. I think him and Big Baby Miller would be a good fight. I just think that fighters like Tyson Fury is all bad for Joshua. I think Andy Ruiz is bad for Joshua. I think it'd be a close fight, but I think his style is bad for Joshua. Because as much as Anthony Joshua learned from the first fight, he learned. He learned a lot. He learned that this man can hit. He learned not to underestimate this man. He learned to be fucking cautious because if he gets overzealous and he gets inside there, he can get hit with them same shots again. And I bet you any kind of money, Andy Ruiz is working on those donkey punches. Andy is working on those punches. And they're hard to defend. How do you do? I mean, they're hard to defend. Yo, you live with your boy T Dub, who's calling. Let's talk about it.
Brennan,
What's going on, homie? What's cracking?
not much.
What's on your mind, homie? Which part of these topics or where you want to just dive in at?
I guess the Andy Ruiz and Joshua fight.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
I think Andy Ruiz's style is going to give him the KO win in the later round.
So you got Joshua winning. I mean, not Joshua, but you got Andy winning. Okay.
Yeah, I got Ruiz winning.
Now, do you think it'd be the same thing? Would there be some adjustment made on either side, or how do you see it getting there?
I think it's going to be a totally different fight, but I think Andy Ruiz's style just has AJ's number.
You know what? I agree. I think if it does go a decision that Joshua would get it, I think that I don't think it's gonna be a fair decision. I think it can be a close fight. I think that, but to agree with you, man, this is what I believe. I believe Joshua's going to come out. I think he's going to try to be different. He's going to try to be different. He's going to do all the new things that was taught to him. He's going to try to use his jab. He's going to try to stay at a different distance. He's going to try to catch a shorter man as he's coming in. But all of that, I believe, is going to go out the window the moment he gets hit with a good shot. The moment he gets hit with a good shot, he's going to go back to what he knows. You cannot reinvent the wheel and just in between one fight. Now, it ain't in between fights. It's the very next fight. You can't invent the wheel. He's going to try some things, and as long as he's comfortable, he'll try to jab more and do this. But, man, like you said, man, I see this as a fight that Andy should win.
I agree. But I do believe that if Usyk gets past Chisora, I do believe that Andy will release Usyk if he gets past Chisora. However you say his name.
Yeah. You know what? Some people think Chisora is going to beat Usyk. Usyk is a mover. His first time out, I don't think people was as impressed with Usyk. I think Chisora is going to put that pressure on him that's either going to make Usyk look really good by making a pressure fighter look bad and capitalizing and counterpunching. That's the fight that Usyk really needs. Either they're going to go really good for him or really bad for him. Either he's going to make Chisora miss and land good shots and look like he's like the Ali type of shit, or it's going to go really bad for him and Chisora going to catch him and show him that it's different levels. Who you got winning that fight?
I think Usyk will win by skill.
So Usyk wins that, and what about what we're hypothetically, if Andy beats Joshua, Usyk beats Chisora, Andy has to fight Usyk and defend his title. Who wins? What do you think? How you see the fight going?
I don't see AJ providing much of a challenge for Usyk just because of that robotic style.
Oh, he said if AJ fought Usyk, man, you listen. Just like the last caller, I don't get the last caller. Maybe he thought that Anthony Joshua is this fleet-footed fighter. He's flat-footed. He stands tall.
Yeah,
Now,
he's a robotic fighter.
right. Now, don't get me wrong. He does got some good punches, and I like his hooks every now and then. But to be honest, overall, he's more on the robotic side, the stiff side, than on the flexible side. Which is why I said that him fighting Deontay Wilder is bad business. Usyk, if Usyk if Usyk can avoid, taking really big shots, Usyk will win on points.
I agree. The only weapon that I see possible that that could give Andy Joshua a win in that fight is his uppercut.
Joshua can win because Joshua does got good power, but I don't know, man. Like Usyk, honestly, is still to me has to prove that he can really be a true heavyweight. He fought somebody that took a fight on a week's notice. Somebody didn't even put up any kind of effort in. To be honest, I don't think Usyk hurt this man. I think they quit the fight due to the guy just physically wasn't conditioned enough to even hang with Usyk.
I'll say we don't. That's why I believe that Derek Chisora fight would be a good test.
It would be.
In my
And just I like Chisora. Chisora talks. Listen, see, people talk shit. Chisora talks shit. Dillian Whyte talks shit. Miller talks shit. I don't care for Miller the way he talks shit. Miller's like, I slap your mama. I beat your mama. You know, I don't like that type of talk. But Chisora, I don't know what it is about Chisora, man, but I like the way that this man talk. I think he's going to talk to Usyk. I think he'll be telling Usyk how bad he's going to beat him. I'm looking forward to seeing them guys do the face off, whatever they do in the ring. You know, we got to find out what happens. I agree with you that their fight is going to really show if Usyk is at the heavyweight level or not.
I agree.
Now, hypothetically, we can throw some hypothetically out there. How do you think Usyk do against Wilder, against Fury, and against Ruiz? This is Usyk against all of them.
Against, I think Usyk will probably maybe knock out Fury.
Wow. Okay.
I know that sounds crazy, but I think Fury. I think Fury will, because number one, I don't think Fury is used to that Ukrainian style.
Okay.
And I think, and Usyk, because he's a shorter man, I think he'll rough up that body to enough where he can knock him out.
All right, so he knocks out 6'9" long Fury. What about Wilder and Andy Ruiz?
With Andy Ruiz, I think he'll. That one I don't know, but I think that'll be a toss-up. If he does good in the heavyweight division, I think that'll be a toss-up. But I think if it will go to a decision, I think Usyk will win if it will go to a decision.
You know the good fight I want to see? I want to see Andy Ruiz versus. I think Andy versus Ortiz or Andy versus Adam Konoski would be good fights as well, because of their styles. But what about Usyk versus Wilder?
I think Usyk will win a decision.
So you got Usyk probably ranked like number 1 or number 2 right now?
I have to wait and see how he does, but I like him as number 2 underneath Fury.
So you got Fury, Usyk, and then who? Wilder, and then who's under that? Who's your top 5?
Fury, Usyk, Wilder, and Andy Ruiz.
Fury, Usyk, Wilder, Andy Ruiz, and one. All right, we'll stay with that. Wow, listen, I'm a little bit shocked. I have Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz, and probably between Ortiz and maybe Joshua. One of them guys will probably hold down that 4th spot. If Joshua loses to Andy, then it'd be I'll probably have Ortiz and then Joshua, something like that.
This is just my opinion, but I think there's too much emotion around Wilder and Fury.
Too much what?
From the fans. I think fans of Wilder and Fury are too emotional.
Oh, well, you talking about like in what kind of way?
I think the fans are just too emotional.
In which way? Like how they too emotional?
I think because you can't like both of them at all. You have to pick one.
I don't know, man, because
I just think they're too emotional.
I think that goes. If you look at that goes to any popular fighter. To be honest, I think Joshua fans could be like that. Any fans are completely 100% devoted to one fighter or like that. Listen, I get attacked by Joshua fans. I'm pretty sure there's probably some Wilder fans like that. There's probably some Fury fans like that. That's just like fans in general. Canelo fans, there's some diehard Canelo fans, diehard Lomachenko fans. Anybody's a diehard that's invested into one fighter, it's like that. But when you look at the average fighter like me, I like Deontay Wilder. I like Tyson Fury. I just call what I see. I say, okay, if you bag another fight, I call it out. If you lose, I call it out. Like Andy Ruiz. And what people don't know is I like Joshua as a fighter. I don't like some of the shit he do. I call him out for what he say. I hold him accountable to what he do and what he say. Doesn't mean I dislike him as a person. I might not like the moves he make.
Yeah,
think it's more between Joshua and Wilder than Fury and Wilder, to be honest. I don't know if Fury fan base is really all that deep like that. I think, honestly, more Fury fan base, I'm just being honest. I think his fan base are Wilder haters. The ones that dive into Fury just to hate on Wilder, I think they're just really Wilder haters. And I think they're rather coattail of anybody they feel they can actually beat Wilder. In this case, they feel it's Tyson Fury, so that's who they riding with. But when it really comes to real rivals, the real rival was Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. That got interrupted by Andy Ruiz. And if Joshua beat Andy Ruiz, if he beats him in a great fashion, like in a comeback fashion, they're going to be right back on Joshua coattail about Deontay Wilder.
I partially agree, but I don't know 100% sure what it is. I just think
just an opinion. Just an opinion.
I just think it's emotionally hyped. Like, I'm a Fury fan, but I don't believe that he can beat everyone in the heavyweight division right now.
So who can he not beat?
I think he can beat Fury, but I think...
You mean Wilder, or are you talking about... Who are you talking about?
I think he'll beat Wilder, but I don't know that 100%. Anybody that Wilder fights, I don't know 100% they're going to win or not.
But you know, think about this. But anybody that fought Wilder, even though you don't know 100% they can win it out, the one thing we do know is 100% of the time they lost. 100% of the time, I can't say that because he got one draw. He got one draw against Fury, but he has no losses. He's dangerous. He has something that you can't teach. He has something that's God gifted. See, some people God gives some people to sing. Some people can't. Some people can ice skate. Some can't. Some can hit as hard as an ox. Some can't. Paulie Malignaggi probably wish he can hit like that, but he can't. You are in a ring with a person you're never safe with. You can't run. You can't hide. When you're in a ring with Deontay Wilder, it's like being in the dream with Freddy Krueger. There's nowhere you can go. You got to face your fears and try to make it through it. Most have not.
Yeah, but I think that Fury can, but I don't know that 100% sure.
It's possible. Man, listen, I take nothing away from Fury. Fury can fight. Listen, him and Wilder are great at what they do. They're great at what they do.
Their brothers and cousins can't fight, though.
So, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is back. He's going to be on the undercard of Anthony Joshua. What are your thoughts on Dillian Whyte being back in action before his B sample is back with proof to clear him or not?
I think his B sample's clean. I think they're just trying to dirty him.
But why didn't it come back? I mean, listen, why wouldn't they just let the B sample come back and clear it? To me, I'm just saying this is some weird stuff, man. Remember this, nobody was even talking about, you didn't even hear Dillian Whyte say he was clean. Dillian Whyte never came out and said that, I'm innocent. I never took nothing. I'm innocent. He never said that. He never justified his innocence. He went quiet. Matter of fact, on Instagram, he put up a black image of him. He went black. He didn't say nothing to me. And most people, that's a guilty fee. That's guilty. You get accused of something. It's like this here. If you got a wife, right, and your wife just let's say somebody told her that you was seen with Jennifer, not Jennifer A. You were seen with Jennifer. She said, were you with Jennifer? Were you with Jennifer? And if you don't answer nothing at all, and you look away, what is she going to believe? She going to believe you did it or you didn't do it?
Well, if he ain't defending himself, then yeah, he's probably guilty.
So he didn't, right, he didn't defend himself at all? He went black. Really, turned his Instagram black. Which means basically I'm incognito. I'm out. And out of nowhere, I'm telling you, me honestly, I believe somebody paid for that B sample to disappear. Somebody paid some real good money because, in all honesty, if your first A sample had D-ball in it, listen, that shit don't just mysteriously just get in there. Steroids don't mysteriously get in your blood system that quick. They take 2 samples at the exact same time. Remember, 2 samples the exact same time. I'm telling you right now, that beat sample is somewhere sipping on a pina colada and a beach somewhere watching the waves go by.
Yeah, he's probably guilty. If he ain't defending himself, he's guilty. But I don't know why would they pay for that beat sample to disappear.
Listen, bro, something's weird with it. I don't get it, but he's back. Listen, he's back. And
Who's supposed to fight?
gosh, what's his name? Like, fuck. Like, is it Vok? Something like that? I think it's a Russian guy. A dude that I can't think of his first name. Like Maurice, something like that. Mauricel. I can't remember his name, man. He fought. He's like a he's why would he need a tune up? Honestly, why did he just fought in the summer? Why does he need a tune up? But check this out.
Maybe Eddie Hearn's protecting him or something.
Bro, he got a light touch, man. This guy has been the guy he's fighting was beat by Klitschko. He was beat by Dillian Whyte. He's beat by Joshua. He's a stepping stone. But I'm gonna get the last word real quick, man. I know I gotta run to the gym, but I want to say this, man. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you. I hope you call in more. Anytime you see me live and we're talking about something in my favorite, call in. But until then, let the people know who you are. Shout out your city and state, my friend.
Vernon Smith, North Carolina.
There it is. All right, homie. All right, guys. It's your boy T. Blazing the Sports, guys. I gotta get ready and run to the gym. Great live stream, T. Blazing Sports. Thank you, my dude. My name is Solo. Yes. Street Valet in the building. What's cracking, homie? Jennifer A. always in the building. Yes. Killer, what's cracking, homie? Lost One, Ethan Elliott, Frank West. Yes, sir. We are here live, back at like a crack at it. Listen, man. I'm gonna get ready to wrap up. I got too much longer, but it's crazy how everybody's opinion can be everywhere, right? My boy, Brenan Smith, was on the phone, and I think, hold on, I got one more call. What's cracking, homie? You live with your boy T. Oh, got me a speakerphone or something.
Yeah, I'm in the car driving this left side. I'm glad to be speaking to the best commentator in the business. How you doing, man?
Man, I am doing good. You said it's the left side?
Yeah,
left side of the brain, a.k.a. my boy Jay. Hey, man, hey, let's talk to him, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, I just want to make a comment. Like, the caller before the last one, you just hung up.
Yeah.
That guy was delusional, man. Like, I heard the argument. Like, you got him busted about. I was like, yo, T-Girl, smart. You got him busted when you was like, he had contradicted his argument.
Yeah.
He was still trying to go at it, man. Like, people like that, man, they emotional. You can't convince them either way.
No, man. It was just, at that time, it's going to be talking circle. When he said that, well, just try to go for first round knockout. What about Ortiz? Well, it was a fill out round. What? Hold on, wait a minute. You just said he tried to go for first round knockout. Now you said he was doing a fill out round. What is it, man? So, that was just, at that point, it was just beating up on dead meat, man.
Yeah, they get it. But something I want to say, I was looking at an interview with Deontay Wilder yesterday, and he made a good point. He said a lot of these people are saying that he like a one-trick pony, but he was like, they fail to realize that it takes skill to range a fighter and then to know the timing of when to launch the right hand.
Yes.
He was like, a lot of people don't understand boxing. They don't understand. Something he was saying about the southpaw, how your foot got to be a certain angle. He was like, they don't understand all the angling and everything that it takes before I launch that punch. He was like, he was aware of everything that was taking place the first 7 rounds, but he said he was just calculating everything, and that's something that a lot of these people don't, understand for some reason.
They don't, bro. He was collecting data, and it used to be said a long time ago, even about Floyd Mayweather, that sometimes he collect data in the first 3 or 4 rounds. I mean, you might even win, maybe the first 3 or 4 rounds, depending, and then he'll come back, collect data, and then he will, dissect you, just like the Zab Judah fight. When Mayweather fought Zab Judah, Zab was in that first half of the fight. Zab was actually, put some work on Floyd. Floyd collected data and then start breaking Zab down. When you talk about facing the southpaw, left side, I go in the gym. I train fighters. I still train myself. I done fought and sparred southpaws. I'm an orthodox fighter. It's all about angles. The whole thing, and the angle comes with where your foot is. If I'm an orthodox fighter, my left foot is forward. If he's a southpaw fighter, his right foot is forward, which typically means our lead foot that is sticking out in front of us are facing or on the same side of each other. And that foot is so important because if my foot on the outside of his, it's opening up a door for my right hand. If my foot on the inside of his, it opened up the door for his left hand. Everything is a matter of inches and steps. Every move that you make in that ring, every step is made. See, when you look on the outside, you just see two guys moving around and throwing shots. But the inside of there, every step, every inch, every movement is either open up opportunity or taking away opportunity that goes both ways. And like you said, he had to set that up, get the range, and fire the shot when he had it.
Yeah, man, it's like no matter what he does, it's not good enough because they're gonna hate on him regardless. I mean, he beat Ortiz twice.
Yeah.
Knocked him out. Who does that?
They don't fight him, bro. They don't fight him.
People talk about his resume, but look at his resume. He fought Molina, Ariola, who else? Fury, knocked Fury down. Has anybody else knocked Fury down?
No. Listen, man, they're just going to hate on Wilder. And then think about this. They call Ortiz old, right? He's old. That's why Wilder won. But yet they give credit to Joshua, who fought Klitschko, who was 40 years old, coming off of a 2-year layoff off of losing. Klitschko lost, took 2 years off, no tune-up match, and fought Joshua. He gets full credit. Dillian Whyte fought a Lucas Brown, who looked old enough to be my granddaddy, and beat him, and he gets full credit for being a former champion, I think even a steroid user, in Lucas Brown. But when you talk about Ortiz, they call him old, but they won't fight him. He's old, but Parker won't fight him. Kovalev won't fight him. Povetkin won't fight him. Joshua won't fight him. Dillian Whyte won't fight him. This man is so old, but he ranks so high in the sanctioning bodies, but you won't fight him.
The only person who ever beat him was Wilder. And another thing, it's contradictory because when it was Mayweather, one of the arguments was that Mayweather wasn't an exciting fighter. But now you got Wilder, who is knocking people out, and they still criticize him.
He's the complete opposite, bro. He's the complete opposite of Deontay Wilder. The only thing is that similar is they both are undefeated. But Wilder was Floyd was technical. He wanted to win on rounds a majority of the time and school you. Wilder is not that as technical. He's not trying to win on rounds. He's not trying to school you. He's trying to knock you out. The things you hated that Floyd Mayweather didn't give you, Wilder gives you. But yet the hate is even more. They hate Wilder more than Floyd now. You know what? They hate Wilder so much that some of them guys are now actually Floyd Mayweather fans.
What do you think this hate is coming from? Because he's a good person. I mean, he got a good story. He got his daughter.
Listen, bro, it's obvious, man. Listen, it's obvious. Listen, think about it. It's very obvious. It's Tyson Fury comes in and get all the support, and Wilder gets all the hate, and he's an American champion that only try to give you what he wants. To be honest, he should be appreciated even more because in any movie, right, where the guy is not as good. Think about it. In every good drama movie about an athlete that wasn't quite as good, he made his way up to the championship. He wasn't as good. It could be a football player, anything, but he worked his butt off to be not his best, but he did it. He pulled it off. He didn't have all the training like everybody else. He didn't start at 4 years old like everybody else, but he did it. That makes for a great fucking movie. But when you look at Deontay Wilder, they hate him. He didn't start young. He started late. He had to work 4 jobs to take care of his daughter. And now this guy started boxing late, going to the Olympics, still get bronze, turn pro. And even when he started out pro, he was fighting in fucking like bars and shit. Just, like as a pro. He worked his way up. He's still not perfect. He's like a Happy Gilmore. He doesn't look the best, but when he swing it, that bitch finna go for. And they should love that because he's vulnerable, but yet he's explosive at the same time. He can be beat or at least be hit, but yet in any round you are not safe.
Hey T, can you touch on the fact that these older fighters are hating on Wilder? Like, if you notice, Mayweather, he got up and left the arena as soon as Wilder had knocked him out, and then I've seen some interviews about Wilder was saying that like nobody like Tyson or anybody is giving him his just due.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody living in the past. So what do you think about these older fighters not, wanting to pass the torch now, even though Wilder has surpassed them?
I think let me say this, bro. A majority of the fighters that are like this towards Deontay Wilder are African American fighters like Deontay Wilder. And in the African American community, a lot of times we have either jealousy or hatred for each other. And now you have Deontay Wilder, who is being, who's a knockout artist. For whatever reason, Mike Tyson don't like him. Mike Tyson likes Joshua. He likes Tyson Fury. He likes everybody but Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder has never done nothing to him. You got to ask yourself, why do you not like this man? Why when it comes to it, you only have bad things to say about him? When Tyson Fury was asked if he can beat Mike Tyson, Tyson Fury said he couldn't. Mike Tyson reached out to Tyson Fury and said, never say that. Never say you can't beat a man, blah, blah, blah. Basically said, they asked Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder said I think he said he would have beat him. Then Mike Tyson looking like he shouldn't say that. Bro, listen, man, I think a lot of it is it's just hating to see another brother do good and shine higher than where you were. They don't want to be passed. They don't want to pass the torch. They want the torch to stay with them. To be honest, to stay with them. Even with Floyd, Floyd is a technical boxer. So maybe because Deontay Wilder is not a technical boxer. He's not a Terrence Crawford type of fighter. He's a guy that goes against the opposite of what Floyd Mayweather did. He wasn't technical, but he hit you goes to sleep. So maybe that could have something to do with it. Mike Tyson, Tyson was a skillful boxer at what he did. Tyson used to have amazing head movement and he had good power. But he doesn't want to pass the torch. Mike Tyson would rather pass the torch to Joshua, to Tyson Fury, to anybody other than the African American heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. And honestly, I just think it's self-hate, man.
But another thing that I was thinking about, like, do you think the boxing community is overplaying this Deontay Wilder is a technical little narrative they got? Because I don't really agree with that. Like, he is technical because you can't be not a technical fighter and be, what's his record, like 42-0?
Yeah.
You gotta have some type of technique. Like, I think that's just something that people have heard and they just ran with it without really, like, you yourself as a boxer, so you know the in and outs more than me and the people who be calling in. So are they overplaying that, when they say he's not a technical fighter? Because I think, they are, because he has to have some type of technical ability to avoid punches, to be smart enough to set up the right hand,
Right.
to survive through, like, the first Ortiz fight. He was technical enough to make it out of the round. Like, a lot of boxers wouldn't have made it out of that round.
No. Here's the thing, man. They are looking at Deontay Wilder his earlier years. He wasn't as technical. Remember, Deontay Wilder is actually learning on the job. He don't have a deep amateur career. That's just the facts. Remember, he started boxing grown. He's learning on the job. But the thing is, he's doing an amazing job and he's improving. The one thing they're not giving Deontay Wilder is he's improving time after time after time. Even the Tyson Fury fight, the one thing that Wilder learned was, I can't rush it. I can't force it. Because that's why he learned to take his time. He learned not to fold under pressure. And and he doesn't get his respect that he should get. He doesn't get his just due that he has a damn good chin. He doesn't get his just due that he has a good heart to not give up. When think about this, when Ortiz was all over him in that 7th round, a lot of fighters would have give up, or they would have went down, or they might have would have spit out their mouthpiece like some people. He didn't. He bounced back and he won. Right. He has natural athletic ability to avoid shots. He has a damn good fast jab. Bro, right now, Wilder is he has his own style. He is technically good at his own style. He's unique. He's like Holyfield said, he's one of a kind. Because if he wasn't that good, he'd be getting his ass beat by all these technical fighters he fight. But since he's winning, he's telling you right now, he's better than you think he is. He's more.
What about this? Oh, my bad. I mean to cut you off.
No. Keep rapping. Keep on. Go ahead.
What about this? What do you think about? Okay, the next. Well, you already touched that, so no need to ask that. What do you think about a future fight in the event that Ruiz beats Joshua if Deontay Wilder has to face Ruiz?
I think honestly that's a damn good matchup. I would favor Wilder, but Andy has a style of getting in. Sometimes when you are the shorter fighter, it can be a disadvantage and an advantage at the same time. If you're a shorter fighter, let's say he's 6'2", right? If he bends down to even lower to 5'10", or bending his knees, he can take away his body from being attacked by Deontay Wilder, which will pretty much make Deontay Wilder to have to be a headhunter majority of the fight, with Andy's body being safe. If Andy get inside on Deontay Wilder and let his hands go, he can have some success. But that comes with saying, yes, he's inside letting his hands go, but now he's vulnerable, maybe not to the straight right, but he's vulnerable to that right uppercut that can be very deadly as well. To be honest, it's a good fight, but I think Deontay Wilder wins. I don't think Ortiz is going to land them shots like he did on Joshua, but if Wilder laying that right hand like he done on anyone, Ruiz will go down.
What round would you say he would go down if they had a fight?
Right now, like I said, it's early, but I think maybe somewhere around the mid rounds. I think Andy would do a lot of slipping in the beginning. I think the fight will have to finally settle, or both guys settle. Remember, this is not a Wilder that's going to be looking to force it. He's not going to be looking for the one-punch KO. He's going to be looking to set up his shot. And to set up a shot, sometimes it takes a few rounds to figure out how your opponent reacts to that shot. Sometimes you have to throw that knockout punch, not to be a knockout, but just to see how your opponent reacts. Is he going to catch that shot? Is he going to parry that shot? Is he going to slip that shot? Once he do that, what is he going to do now? Is he trying to counter me with something? See, once you study your opponent, you see how he reacts, you see what he does, then you get comfortable. Now you know how to set it up to actually land that shot to be the money shot. I would predict somewhere around the mid rounds, maybe around between 6 and 8.
All right, let me get my top 5 because I heard you talking to somebody else about a top 5. I want to get my top 5 heavyweights right now.
Let's get it.
All right, number 1, I got, of course, Deontay Wilder. I don't see nobody beating Deontay Wilder right now. I don't see Ruiz beating him. I don't see Joshua beating him. And because of that right hand. Number 2, yeah, you can't doubt that. Number 2, I got, of course, even though Ortiz lost, to be fair, I gotta say Ruiz only because of the technicality. If I was going by what I really think, I would say Ortiz.
Okay.
I'm gonna go by what I think. Forget the belt we're holding right now. Okay. So Wilder, number 1. I got Ortiz, number 2. I got Ruiz, number 3. I got, be honest, this might surprise people. My number 4 is that up and coming dude his name started with a D, Duwapa.
Yeah. Duwap. Wow, Daniel. Yeah.
That boy bad. Daniel Dubois bad.
Dubois.
Him at number 2. Yeah, Dubois, he the truth.
Who you got? Joe Joyce at number 5? You got Joe Joyce number 5? Nah, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead. No, I was just joking with you. Go ahead. What's your 5?
Number 5, I got, I have, Joshua because I don't really want to put Anthony Joshua.
All right. I'm just gonna just name them all. It's Wilder, Fury, Ruiz, Ortiz, Fury. Fury number 5.
Hold on. I forgot Fury. I messed up.
Okay, let's start over.
I got Wilder number 1.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I got Wilder number 1. I got Ortiz number 2.
Uh huh.
I got Fury number 3.
Uh huh.
I gotta be fair. I got Wilder number 1, Fury number 2, Ortiz number 3. No, I gotta go behind. I'm trying to go by what people were saying. You know what I'm saying? How people were saying he just lost. I'm going by what I really feel.
Okay.
I got Wilder number 1.
Uh huh.
I got Ortiz number 2.
Uh huh.
I got Fury number 3.
Uh huh.
I got Ruiz number 4.
Okay.
And I got that boy.
Yeah. Then you do what?
I don't care what nobody said.
Okay.
I don't care what nobody said. That's
Okay.
my fault.
Now let's see. What did I have? Mine was I have Wilder number 1, of course. Clear number 1. I have Fury number 2 because of that first fight was so back and forth and ended with a draw. Nobody won. He beat Ortiz. You know, I got Fury number 2. I got, since I'm going by, you know, who faced who, I got Fury number 2. I have Ruiz number 3. I gotta give him respect. He beat a Joshua that was ranked number 1 and number 2 in a lot of people's eyes. He beat Joshua. So I got Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz, Ortiz, and I don't know who's holding up. Joshua. You know, maybe Joshua. Maybe Joshua got my Daniel. I gotta see Daniel against more competition. There's a lot of guys on the outskirts, like Daniel on the outskirts, Usyk on the outskirts. Adam Konoski's coming up. You know, we got Joe Joyce. I don't know about Joe Joyce, man. Joe Joyce is very slow. I want to see Joe Joyce versus Dominique Brazil. Parker, you know, Pulev, I think maybe worked himself into a title. It's so many people on the outskirts, but I think that's my top 5 right now.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. Yeah, Doug, yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say, man. I don't want to hold your ball there. I know you got to go to the gym. And, yo, man, I'm going to do what I got to do to get your channel. Because I think, man, honestly, man, your channel's supposed to be just as big as 78 Sports. All of them channels, man. Like, I look at you like as the best one out of everybody on YouTube, man.
Man,
I'm honestly saying that, like, and especially when you do those live footage, it's like the way you do it is like you actually watching the fight. Like how you do your live sport commentary.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a video on my channel telling people to subscribe to your channel.
You know, man, brother, I appreciate it, man. But you know, I look up to them guys, man, because when I look at you know, Dante and Ego, to be honest, listen, see, I'm one of them guys, man. You know, I see these brothers working so hard, man. I'm proud of them, you know, because we knock each other so much. I'm proud of them. I can learn because listen, they're somewhere that I'm trying to be at. And hopefully, man, I keep grinding, you know, and I think with me, I just give passion, bro. Like, I just give me. I don't try to pretend. I don't act. I just give you me, raw, uncut, unedited. But one day, man, you know, hopefully this channel can can finally, you know, get up there. But until then, you know, it doesn't matter if it's 2 people in the chat or 1,000 people in the chat. You're going to get 100% me all the time, brother.
Yeah, it's already there in my book as far as I'm concerned. I think, do you have to have like media license to like actually go to those Vegas fights?
You got to apply for credentials and you got to get approved for credentials. If you are not connected to a bigger networks that's already in, it can be a little bit harder. I have attempted to try to get to a couple, but standing on my own right now, it's just not been as easy. But I have not. I am still applying. There's been a few I try to get to, you know, because I want to surprise you guys and let you know that even when I'm not doing videos, I'm working, brother. I'm working. I'm pushing it. But man, it's for guys like you that make it worth it, man.
Do you cover other sports other than boxing?
Predominantly boxing. I will do MMA if it's a big enough fight, but if there's a specialty event, like typically, like if I would do a Super Bowl, man. I do Super Bowl, like just basically talking about it or call-ins. If there is something major, I'll talk about it. Or or yeah, But
Yeah, you truly got a gift, man. I just wanted to say that, man. I just want to, just encourage you, man. Don't stop, because you one of the best out there, and that's all I have to say, man.
thank you. Hey, this is my boy Left Side of the Brain. I am subscribed to him. I'm telling you right now, you listen to him, he gonna make you think about things that you didn't even think about, what you were going through. Thank you again, friend. I appreciate it, brother.
All right, peace out, man.
That's
Hold
it.
up. Bye.
The Blazing family is in this thing. Yes, yes, sir. Your boy T-Dub was Blazing the Sports. I'm back at it like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers every bit of his work. Yes, we working. I'm working. Let's get it. It's not just heavyweight. It's all of boxing. Too much. Okay. Marinating and ducking. Maybe the fight we have had have been pretty great, and they all got hard and some with great chin. But I agree, they need to fight each other. Okay, maybe that's about people ducking. Don Dollar says subscribe, like, and share on all platforms. Yes, yes. And again, guys, guys, you know me, man. I'm T. Dubs, Blazing Sports, man. Uh, I like a good sparring match, with just regular people. But to all my brothers out there that's doing what I'm doing, I don't care if you're smaller than me, sub wise, or you're bigger than me. Keep pushing, man. I'm a guy that I'm still learning. I'm still learning. When I watch these guys do it, I'm still learning. I'm not going to act like, oh, I don't watch nobody else. I learn, brother. You got to watch, you got to learn, and I support. We don't have enough support for each other to make it. So take my hat off to them guys that's doing it. Huge ego, huge champion. 78, huge movement. Dante Boxing, huge. Like, these guys are massive, right? They're blue blood, massive. These guys are like got a foothold in this thing and growing. Maybe with hard work, continue to grind. Maybe one day, what's blazing in sports, the fire will spread a little bit further. But until then, like I said, it doesn't matter if I'm in the chat by myself or if it's a fight night and I got several hundred. I'm going to give you this work, raw, uncut, unedited, because I'm back at it like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers this work. I'm out.